I'm 32M, remote software engineer, pretty average guy. I don't post much, don't party, no flashy lifestyle. I've always been the loyal, chill, handle your own problems type. I proposed to my fiancée last October after 2 years together. Small, quiet moment. Nothing over the top. She cried, said yes, and we started planning a wedding for next summer. About 2 months before the wedding, she suggested we take a pre-wedding reset trip. Her idea. She said things were getting stressful and we needed to reconnect before the chaos. She picked a cozy little beachside Airbnb up in Maine. Remote, private, perfect for just us. I booked it, full 5 nights, ocean view, deck. Everything she said she wanted. I noticed things started getting weird a couple weeks before the trip. She started guarding her phone. Not just the occasional flip screen, but full-on sound off, brightness down, always face down. Even took it into the bathroom. Said she was overwhelmed with planning. I brushed it off at first. Thought maybe I was just being paranoid. Then one afternoon, she was in the guest room, taking a break, said she needed to decompress. I was working in my office, but I could hear her through the wall. She didn't even shut the door. I heard her laugh, then say, "He'll never know about us." I froze. The voice on the other end? Definitely a guy. Deep voice, too confident. He said something like, "You sure he won't flake again?" She giggled and said, "Nope. Everything's booked. Same wine as Vermont." I didn't even breathe. Just muted my meeting and sat there. Turns out, she was planning to bring her ex to the trip I booked for us. She told him I wouldn't suspect a thing. She gave him the dates, address, everything. I didn't barge in, didn't confront her. Instead, I logged into Airbnb, quietly canceled the reservation, and got most of the refund back. Then I booked a separate one under the same name in the same area. Same town, smaller place, just different enough. Still under my account. Then I called a lawyer. Here's where it gets a little crazier. A couple months earlier, we had gone to the courthouse and legally gotten married to lock-in discounts with wedding vendors. Her idea again. I didn't think much of it at the time, figured it was just formalities. But legally, we were already married, which meant this wasn't just cheating. It was fraud, betrayal, and potential legal trouble if I didn't protect myself fast. My lawyer helped me file for divorce and for an annulment on grounds of fraud. We also filed to freeze the wedding fund account. We had both put money in, but I had contributed the majority. She had used some of that money, I later confirmed, to buy her ex's plane ticket. I also filed a claim for the engagement ring. In New York, an engagement ring is a conditional gift. If the condition, marriage under good faith, isn't met, I could ask for the ring back or its equivalent value. My lawyer said I had a solid case. So I played along for the next 2 weeks. Smiled, acted like nothing was wrong. Let her plan and prep for the trip. I told her I'd take care of the packing. She was all sweet and excited, texting her cousin a lot on the ride up. When we got to the Airbnb, the one I had rebooked, I gave her the keys and told her check it out while I handled parking. She walked in first. I waited a minute, then followed. On the bed, no wine, no welcome note, just a folder. Inside, screenshots, email printouts, and a letter from my lawyer. Divorce and annulment paperwork. Also, envelopes. One for her, one labeled with her ex's name. I knew he'd be arriving soon. I didn't say a word. Just dropped the car keys on the counter and walked out. She called me 5 times that night. He texted me once. "You psycho." I blocked them both. Next few days were quiet. I stayed in a hotel, handled the legal stuff, and froze all joint finances. Even got a court order to prevent her from accessing our joint wedding account. My lawyer worked fast, and the annulment was filed based on intentional deception, backed with pretty airtight proof. I didn't blast her online, but I did send a short, respectful letter to her parents with the documents attached. No drama, just facts. Her dad called me 2 days later. He apologized, said she had a habit of doing this, and that he was sorry I had to go through it. That was wild to hear, honestly. I expected them to defend her. Later that week, I checked the wedding site. It was down. Registry gone. Shared Google Docs deleted. Her friends started messaging me privately. I didn't say much, just things didn't work out. Her maid of honor DM'd me. "You did the right thing." As for the honeymoon, she had planned a trip to Italy, paid out of her joint account, booked under both names. I called the resort, explained the situation, sent them the legal docs, and asked if the reservation could be transferred to just me. They said yes, and upgraded me for the unfortunate situation. So yeah, I took the honeymoon alone. Sat on a terrace in Amalfi for a week, sipping espresso, clearing my head. While I was there, the annulment was approved. Divorce granted. Fraud established. The court even ordered her to return the ring or pay me its value. Her ex? Still with her, last I heard. But I doubt he knows the full story. Or maybe he does and just doesn't care. A couple weeks after I got back, I saw her at a coffee shop. She was with him. She looked jumpy, eyes flicking around like she expected someone to come at her. We made eye contact. She froze. I just nodded and walked past. No anger, no scene, because that was the win. That look on her face, that realization that she couldn't spin it, couldn't lie her way out, couldn't manipulate me into silence. She thought I'd spiral. She thought I'd break. Instead, I burned the whole playbook she was using and walked away with everything still intact. She didn't just cheat. She tried to outsmart me, use my money, my time, and my loyalty like I was disposable. But she forgot. Some of us don't yell. Some of us don't break down. Some of us just wait, then hit back smarter. To anyone else out there being played, don't wait for the fire. Be the fire. And if this little tale of beachside betrayal and Italian revenge gave you even half a grin, hit that follow. I've got stories, like the time someone tried to steal my dog. That one's even messy, eh?